Hi everyone, welcome back to the AI language. So today we are going to build a multi-agent Google Agent Development Kit workflow or a ADK workflow that integrates a SERP API from TalorData for live web search. And I'll also give you the full code for your reference. But before we begin, let's understand some context on what the problem is and why do we need this kind of an API. The problem is LLM knowledge cutoffs. All right, so let's go to this Google Cloud page, and what we see over here is that LLMs are great, but their knowledge is frozen in time as per their knowledge cutoff date. So for example, while Gemini 3.1 was launched in February 2026, it has a knowledge cutoff date of January 2025. So if you ask it about something that happened yesterday, it's going to hallucinate or tell you that it simply doesn't know. And this is a snapshot from Google Cloud's own page. So let's say we are building an agent over here, and our agent needs to be able to search the web for the latest data to overcome this knowledge cutoff. And the solution for that is SERP API integration. To make this work, our agent will need a real-time SERP API. SERP stands for Search Engine Result Page, and that's where today's sponsor TalorData comes in. TalorData provides this multi-engine search API that provides real-time web search results from multiple search engines with structured results. All right. So their website offers 1,000 free credits, and you can use this for development and testing. So you can register an account on their website using the link in the description and directly claim these 1,000 free request credits to build alongside me. Let's first see a quick preview of what we are going to achieve. So we have a Google Agent Development Kit agent running with ADK Web over here that you can see. All right. And I'll search for a highly recent technical item over here. So let's say what is new in Model Context Protocol version 2. And this is the brand new version of MCP. And as a developer, some of you might be knowing that we are migrating from version 1 to version 2 in MCP. All right. So this is not going to be available in the LLM training data, as these have knowledge cutoff date which are quite older compared to today's date, which is around May 2026. All right, now let me click the send button over here, and you can see that it says this is the user query. The first agent runs and it says, thanks for your inquiry. I'm going to search for this using the TalorData API. And this is the TalorData API tool call over here. And then you get a response over here from the tool. So it gets the data, and you can see that it has saved it into these 3 files that are listed in the response. And then the agent tells you that I've got the results from TalorData and I'm passing on the result now to the web page generator. All right. So these are the 3 files over here. And finally, after this, our web page generator starts up. It says, please wait a moment while I generate this web page. So it reads the text file, which is the extracted JSON, which you can see in red over there. This is from the TalorData API result. It completes the read file operation, and then it basically starts the save HTML output, and it completes the save HTML output over here. And then it says, your web page is complete, and it has saved a web page for us to see the result. So what we are essentially doing is that we are using our agentic workflow, and we're using TalorData API to search the web for the query or the topic that we provided over here. This helps the agent overcome its knowledge cutoff date. Whatever output we receive is structured output from the TalorData API. We're going to use that and create and present it in an HTML page over here. Now let me show you some example outputs that I got with this particular agentic workflow using TalorData API. So this is a search on Model Context Protocol research. This is about MCP version 2. You can see that there's a summary over here. And apart from this, there's also a results tab. So these are the actual results that the TalorData API returned. It has all the results with the title, the URL, the snippet, etc., even the logos for the providers. And then you have the raw JSON. So this is how the TalorData API result is structured. There is search metadata, there's spider parameter, search information, AI overview. And then there are other things, so there are like all the results that are returned over here in a list with the title, the position, etc. And you can see all these details in the raw JSON over here. There's another search that I did on recent highlights in space travel. So, you have the summary over here. Again, you have the results very well formatted over here, and then you have the raw JSON over here. So this final view is built by our agent, but all the raw data is present in the TalorData API results. Finally, you have information about the Gemini model evolution. And I also searched for, Google Gemini developments. And apart from that, quantum breakthroughs overview. So basically, we can see that you can search for any topic. It's just like a simple Google search that you do, and you get all the results as you would get in a Google search. And you can refine your search to get it for whatever time period you want with the latest information. All right, so now let's see how this agent is built and what is the role of the TalorData API in this. All right, so you have the user over here and they submit a query, a search query, and you have two agents. You have a researcher agent and you have a page generator agent. The researcher agent is going to stream a greeting message and then it will call a function tool. So this is an agentic tool, and this tool is what is going to use the TalorData API. So we call this tool TalorData Web Search. And this tool will basically send a request for the SERP data to the TalorData API, which you can see in green over here. All right. So this is essentially how this TalorData API integration works. Finally, of course, the TalorData API will send a response, and the response will have JSON and HTML. And you will save this response using another tool. So you'll save the raw JSON HTML files like so. And once you have the save confirmation, you will return the file paths to the researcher agent. So our tool essentially calls the TalorData API, gets the search results, saves them, and returns them with the file paths returned to the agent. Now the agent will confirm that it has completed its job and return this completion message over here. Now, this is what the user sees, that the researcher agent is now, done with its work. But we also then run a second agent where we pass the file paths. So this is like the agentic state that is handed off to the next agent. This agent will again, inform or greet the user that it's actually now working on its task. And now it will read that text file for the JSON that was returned by the TalorData API. It will read the JSON file from the local file system. It will get the file content and the JSON data string, which will come back to this page generator agent. Now the agent has the recent data, which is beyond its knowledge cutoff date. So it has the latest information. Now it will call, a function. So before that, it will actually generate your HTML using this particular data. And then it will call the HTML output, save HTML output function. This is going to save the HTML file for you. You'll get a confirm saved response from that tool, and you'll return the final file path to the agent. Now the agent will return this file link to the user in the front end, which is what we saw when we saw the open file link in the front end, right? So you can copy that link and open it in a browser to see what HTML has been generated by this particular agent. All right. So just to recap, essentially, you have two agents, a researcher agent and a page generator agent. They use some tools. So these tools are for calling the TalorData API, a web search API, right? Then you have a tool to read the file and to write files. And these tools will basically access, API from TalorData, the SERP API, and will also access the local storage in the file system. All right, now it's time to look at how we have integrated this SERP API into our agent. All right, so we are following a typical agent development kit folder format. So we have an agents folder with all our agents. All right, so we have a root agent. This is essentially an agent that runs these two agents in series. All right, so we'll have the researcher agent run first, and then we have the page generator agent running. All right, and we also have a tools folder, and there we have this TalorData web search tool.py Python file. All right, so this is our tool. Now the researcher agent is the first agent that runs in sequence. So let's have a look at its code, and you can see this code over here. All right, so let me actually collapse this, and here is where the researcher agent starts. So you have a researcher agent, which is a Google LLM agent. You give it a name. We select the Gemini Flash model as the model of choice. We give it some instructions that, you have to research on the topic provided and use these tools available for you to actually, research that, right? And then you have a description. So you have a text file from where we load our description. and we have the tools. Now this is the tool that we are actually providing to the agent, and we can have a look at this tool in more detail. So let's go to this tool file, and here is where we have the search tool. Now the TalorData API is a simple API that we can actually call from a Python function. And this is essentially what this tool does. All right. So it takes the query, the user query, and just remember that your user is entering the query to this first researcher agent. This agent is then going to call the tool with the same query. All right. Or it might reformat the query, but it is going to provide a string that is the search that you want to do. All right. And this will call the TalorData SERP API using the requests library. And it expects that a TalorData API key is there in the environment variable file. So you have a .env file. I'm not going to show you the actual key because this is a secret. So I'll show you an example of how you need to write your TalorData API key. So this is how you write your key. And you also put your Google API key for the Google ADK agent because you're going to use the Gemini model, right? And these two keys are present over here. Now we go back to the tool, and we see that this is the URL for the API endpoint, and you can find this on your dashboard for TalorData once you log in, right? And then you need to send some headers. So this particular request structure is provided in the dashboard, and you can just use the same structure. So the header has an authorization header with a bearer API key over here mentioned. This is what is used for authentication. And then you have the data payload. So you have the engine. The search engine can be actually Google, Bing, or Yandex as per the current available options. You also have a query. So you can put in a query and keep on checking, as they add more search engines, you might have more options available over here. You also have a no cache option. So this I have set to true in all my tests because I want the latest information to be available, which is not available with the large language model. I don't want cached information. All right. And then you have JSON. So if you want the output in JSON, you put a string 2 over here, and this instructs the API to return the output in a nice, well-formatted JSON format. All right. Then you finally have the code to call the API. All right. So you use the requests library, and then you basically, call the API like so. And then you have the response over here. And once you have the response, we have some, functions over here. So we'll basically save the full raw API response first. Then we'll save the raw HTML if present. So our API response as received by TalorData API has two parts. It has the HTML and it has the JSON. So you save the full output over here and you save the HTML bit over here. And then we also extract and save the JSON structure that we have received in the response. So we get that and we save it in a particular file over here. This is important because once you have received the responses, you want to save them rather than actually passing them back to your calling agent, because it's going to take up your context memory and you don't want that, right? So you want these files to be saved. And once you have saved these files, what you want to do is you want to return the file names rather than the file content, so that the next agent can then basically use that file name rather than the file content from the output of the previous agent. All right. So we have the saved files over here and return this over here with all the file names. Now the next agent knows that these files are present. It can open them and read the output over here. And this is how you basically save your context from filling up in the agent calls. So this is how we integrate the TalorData API inside our agent. So this basically then is a agentic tool that we're going to provide to our researcher agent in this agent.py file, and you can see that over here. Now the next agent that is called is the page generator. So you can open the page generator and go to the agent.py file. This is a very simple agent. It's basically instructed to use the files from the previous agent run and get that data and then produce an HTML file. And so it uses these tools, which is to read a file and to save the HTML out. And this will finally save that output and give you that, link for the file name that we opened in the browser. And this is going to have the output structured in a nice format with the raw JSON, with the HTML, with all the links one by one in a nicely formatted search engine format. And you'll also have a summary that the agent has prepared for you. So this was a quick, walkthrough of the code for you to understand how we have integrated the API. You can use a link in the description to, get this code off GitHub, and that will have the entire code for all the agents and for the tools that we are using with the TalorData API integrated. Remember that you need to get your own TalorData API key and you need to get your Google API key as well. So to get the TalorData API key, please again use the link in the description to go to that link and register for an account over there, and they will give you 1,000 free credits to start your trial, which you can actually use while you are building and developing just to test their API out. Note that I did see that, in some of the tests that sometimes one of the search engines is not available. So you have an option to actually use multiple search engines. So you can actually, improve the code by adding a choice, of search engines, so that if one search engine fails, you can actually then fall back to another search engine, which is a great option for a SERP API. So I'd like to thank TalorData, who are the sponsors of this video. Do check their API out, and thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.